Hey guys, welcome. This is our review video number 1 for our test coming up. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is go ahead and do these two problems. And these two problems, we're going to actually write out what they are. So again, the best part about this video is I would try to do these problems before I do them. Remember, anything I write down, you have to write down. So you're writing this down right here. Okay? So we're going to try and turn these into word expressions. So here we go. We got 2 plus 4 times x. So what would be the best way to write this down? The best way, I think, is to write 2. Obviously, we're going to start with that. We can say plus, kind of exactly how I'm talking. And I'm going to say the product. That means two things are multiplying to each other. So the product is our word that we can use for multiplication. So 2 plus the product of, and we're going to say 4 and x. We just say it in the order that we see it. Okay? And that's it. So that's all you have to do. Isn't that easy?
That is correct.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So I guess I'm correct, I believe. Right?
Yes.
Good, huh?
Good work.
Oh, thanks. So if you haven't noticed, that's Darth Vader. He's just helping us out in this video. So he'll probably be talking to me for a little bit. So if you don't mind, he's just going to be kind of coming
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan.
I'm not Obi-Wan. What are you talking about?
What?
Oh, he must be confused. Anyways, let's continue on. Here we go. We got a minus 4. I could write it actually as a minus 4. I could actually say 4 less than a. So let's do a couple of different ones. This could be actually written as 4 less than a. Or I could also write this as the difference. So there's two different ones on this one. The difference of 4 are, we got to do them in the right order. So that would be wrong, correct?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, so he even agrees with me. Alright, here we go. So let's just redo that. Let's make sure I do this right. The difference of a and 4 is how I'd want to write that. Does that sound a little bit better?
Impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Most impressive.
Oh, wow. That's really generous. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Speak of the man himself. Here's Darth Vader. He's trying to give a handout and say hi to me or something like that.
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
It's kind of awkward. I'm not his son. But anyways, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get feet and inches. This is how tall this dude is. So he's pretty tall. We need to turn it into all just inches. So we're going to try and get this and convert it all into inches. Well, 8 is actually already in inches, so I'm going to leave that by itself. We'll deal with it later. I'm going to bring 6 feet, and I'm going to convert that. Okay? I need to convert this into inches somehow. And if we should know that there's about 1 foot is the equivalent of 12 inches. Okay? Now, there's a couple ways we can write this. We can actually write this in a very formal way, which we're going to do the formal way real quick here. And that could be 6 feet over 1 would be congruent to 12 inches. And we put it over 1 foot. Because it's true that 12 inches and 1 foot are the exact same. Okay? So that's why we can put them over each other. Because this would be congruent. So we're not going to say these are equal. I'm sorry, we're going to say these are going to be multiplied. Okay? So we're going to multiply these. And what happens when we do this, we can actually cross-cancel some stuff. Notice feet are going to get canceled out with feet. So I no longer have this in feet. Now this is inches. So we can go ahead and multiply 6 to 12. We know that 6 times 10 is 60, and 6 times 2 is 12, so we're going to actually end up with 72 inches, okay? We don't want to leave it there because we have to include those 8 inches, so we're going to do 72 plus the 8 that I had from before. So 80 inches is about how tall the dark one is if you are kind of measuring him in inches.
Destiny.
Okay, and apparently he likes Destiny or something like that.
That's it.
Okay, alright. Anyways, so let's continue going on, and we'll go ahead and get some more.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
It gets really weird sometimes. Anyways, let's keep going. Alright, this is a big, long question. This could be very, very difficult, but I think that we can do it. The the main thing we want to do here is PEMDAS, okay? We want to make sure that we have PEMDAS, and we don't want to be frightened by this, okay?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Well, we haven't given up on it yet, so don't worry. Dark one. So here we go. Parentheses are what I'm going to first want to focus on. So we're going to focus on this this section here, and then inside the parentheses we got some more stuff. So we're going to go ahead and take care of exponents inside. So 4 times 4 is going to give me 16. So there we go. And 2 times 2, because that's 2 squared, is going to be 4. And then we're going to bring down everything else. We got -1 here, minus, and parentheses still. I'm going to keep going down with this. We'll go ahead and switch over different colors. Multiply first before you subtract, so that's going to become -16 minus 4. Now we got to remember 2 negatives when we add, or when we're subtracting them here, that they're going to stay negative. Okay?
That's it.
That is it. Thank you for that reassurance. So here we go. We're actually going to add these two. So same sign, we sum them. That's going to be 20. But it still stays negative. So we're going to get -20. So all this works down to -20. And then we're going to do this other side. So we're still going to do plus over here, but we got to go ahead and transfer over to the other side. Okay, so let's go ahead and get over there. I think we're doing pretty good. I think we should feel good for ourselves. Yeah?
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
Okay, I didn't construct anything, but thank you very much for that. We can divide first and then multiply, whatever we want to do here. It's not going to make a big difference. We're doing 4 divided by 2 multiplied by -1. Let's go ahead and take care of division first. Doesn't always have to be, but 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2 times -1. That's going to be a -2. Okay, so we get -2 plus a -20. Again, 2 of the same exact sign, so we're going to sum them, and we're going to get 22, and it's going to remain negative, and that's what we should get, right?
That is correct.
Thank you very much.
Most impressive.
Very good, thank you.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Okay, I'm not your son still, but thank you.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly?
Not really, but thank you. Alright, let's continue on. Alright, here we go. We got a nice little distributive problem here, so let's go ahead and take care of this. Distributive property means we need to multiply this into here and this into here. Now, this is a little tricky because I got a fraction. So I'm actually going to rewrite this. Give yourself a lot of time on the test to rewrite stuff. So this is going to be basically just writing these two pieces in here together. And that's 25, and there's a subtraction sign in between. Okay? Now we can go ahead and take care of this. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that if I have fractions, let's treat these as if they were fractions. So let's put them both under 1. This might be a lot easier to do, and then we can figure this out. So this is going to really help us out here. So
your skills are complete.
Okay, no they're not. We haven't finished it, but thank you for doing
The force is strong with this one.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, so what we're going to do here is we can actually just multiply straight across, or we can do what's called cross-canceling. So if you see a number across from each other and they fit into each other, we can do what's cross-canceling. So 5 and 5, well, they obviously will fit into each other. 5 will fit into 5 once, and 5 will fit into 5 once. So this actually just becomes 1x, which we would just call x. Bring down the negative sign. Over here, 5 and 25 also fit into each other. 5 fits into both of these numbers. 5 fits into 5 once. 5 fits into 25 5 times, and we're left with a 5, and bring down the 5. Now, can I combine x minus 5? Is there anything I can do there? A lot of students will try and do that, but we can't do that. We have to leave it the same. Okay, we cannot alter this in any way.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Okay, that was weird. You cannot alter this. It has to stay this way. And so, just leave it like this.
I am your father.
Okay, no, you're not.
No!
I guess we hurt his feelings. Sorry about that. Alright, here's our last problem. An X-Wing flew 603 miles in 3 hours, and a TIE Fighter flew 798 miles in 4 hours, which is faster. Pardon my horrible writing, but make sure you are writing this down. Again, all of these questions are straight from the quiz. Okay? So make sure that you're getting this, because if you don't get this down exactly the way it is over here, you're going to be really upset because the quiz is going to help us, or this is going to really help us with the quiz. So make sure you're doing this, okay?
He will join us or die, Master.
Okay. He's a super serious guy. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a look at something. The X-Wing got 603 in 3 hours, while the TIE Fighter is doing 798 in 4 hours. So what we want to do is actually we want to use what's called a unit rate. And this will actually help us find out which is better. Because we don't care about how fast it flies in 3 hours. If we know how fast it flew in 1 hour, we'd actually be able to solve this. So let's go ahead and try and do that. So we're going to go ahead and start with the X-Wing. So the X-Wing gets 603, and it's going to be divided by 3. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. This one we can actually do in our head, which is kind of nice. 3 will go into 600 200 times, and then 3 will go into 3 once. So this is actually going to end up being 201 miles per hour. So that's what our X-Wing is going to be at. So the X-Wing's flying at 201 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and take a look at the TIE Fighter. So we get 798, and we're going to divide that by 4. Again, this is going to give us a unit rate. This one's a little bit harder to do, so we're going to go to long division because we can't use our calculator. It's okay because we don't really have to get precise exactly. We need to know which one's going faster. So once we get far enough along in this division problem, we can go ahead and stop. So 4 goes into 7, and it almost goes in twice, but not quite. It only goes in once. So if we do this, we subtract, we get 39. And then how many times will it go into that? Well, 40 would be 10 times. Won't be able to do that, so we're just barely off. And so we're going to go ahead and get 9 times. Most of you should be saying, Mr. Smith, we already know what the answer is going to be because it's not going to fit into that. We get 38, so it's going to go into 9. So we're going to get approximately 199 miles per hour. Well, we already know that that's going to be slower. So what is the faster of the two? The X-Wing. So we're going to know that the X-Wing, this guy right here, getting shot at, hence he's in front of the TIE Fighter, is going faster. So he is the better one. So, yeah.
Indeed, you are powerful, as the Emperor has foreseen.
Oh, thank you very much.
Your skills are complete.
We hope so. Hopefully we will, do well on this.
I have you now.
Okay, no you don't. Anyways, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And let's go ahead and say good day and goodbye.
Good work.
All right, thank you very much.
Most impressive.
Thank you. All right, see you guys.
Most impressive.